All our problems can be removed in a moment if God chooses to bestow His grace. We can be released from this cycle of life and death and attain the supreme destination. The question that arises then is, why is God miserly in bestowing that grace? After all, He is our Father. Does He not know that we are suffering here? One soul fights with God. Api garta mukhe gata shishuhu pathikena api nivaryate javat janakena patan bhavarnave na nivaryo bhavata katham vibho. The soul says, O Shree Krishna, should I speak my mind to you today? Shree Krishna said, go ahead. Maharaj, you will not like it. Never mind. I am used to the grumblings of the souls. We people, sometimes we think even against God. And He seated inside is completely aware of it. But He says, never mind. So Shree Krishna says, O soul, what is your complaint? The soul now spoke up. Maharaj, in the world, if a little infant is fallen into a ditch and a passerby happens to be there and sees the wailing of the little baby, that passerby is moved to pity. They lift up the child, quieten the child, feed the child, try and find out the parents. And if the parents are not traceable, the child is deposited in an orphanage or in the police station. But Shree Krishna, nobody in this world is so hard-hearted as to throw the child back into the ditch, jao maro. Shree Krishna said, that is very right. Human beings have that kind of compassion. If they don't, they will not be insan, they will be shaitan. But soul, what is the point you are trying to make? The soul now came to the crux of the matter. Maharaj, like the infant, we are your little children. You have stated in the Vedas, Amritasya vai putra. All the souls in this world, I am their seed-giving father. And you are aware of our suffering. We getting knocked around by the waves of Maya. We are wallowing in ignorance. We are bereft of knowledge, love and bliss. And you, our eternal Father, are perfectly competent to bestow by your grace everything our soul needs. Why are you being so hard-hearted, Shree Krishna? And don't blame me. If you say, oh soul, you come to my door and I'll grace you. Maharaj, I do not know the way to your doorstep. I am admitting, I am ignorant. But you don't have any such alibi. You are Sarvagya, Akhanda Jnanatmak. Besides, you possess various titles in this world. Akaran Karun, Patit Pavan, Deen Bandhu, Binu Hetu Sadehi, Adham Udharan Har. So Maharaj, what will happen to these titles? Quickly! Bestow your grace, or your fair name will be tainted in this world. The soul leveled its accusation, and Bhagavan now answered, Eh Jeev, chota muh badi baat. I am reputed to be extremely soft-hearted, and you have insinuated that I am harsh and cruel. But I ask you, O soul, you have demanded grace on the basis that you are my child. My question to you is, do you actually believe this relationship? Think. In your heart, do you have this faith that God is my Father? Where do you? Your decision is, He is also my Father, but I have never seen Him. The worldly Father is 10 times more important. Shree Krishna says, when you go to the temple, you say there, Tvameva Mata cha Pita Tvameva, Tvameva Sarvam. O Shree Krishna, you alone are my father. You alone are my mother. So have that conviction in your heart. God says, look, if I grace you, do you know what will I give you? What, Maharaj? My divine bliss, divine knowledge, divine love. And what will I take in return? I don't know, Maharaj. Listen, there are no free lunches in this world. One lady went to Narsi Mehta, a famous bhakti saint of medieval times in Gujarat. And she said to Narsi ji, you have had darshan of Shree Krishna so many times. As per the biographies on Narsi Mehta, Shree Krishna revealed himself in his personal form to that saint between 50 to 100 times. So the lady was saying, why is Shree Krishna not revealing himself to me? And what about all the other human beings on the planet? Why is Bhagavan partial towards you or others? Narsi Mehta said that God has an eligibility. If you qualify yourself, no matter who you may be, He will be willing to reveal Himself. The lady refused to take that logic. Next day, Narsi Mehta arranged for somebody to go to her and to beg for a loan for the maintenance of his family. The lady flat refused. When the man pleaded, she said, I don't have faith that you will return the money back. Just a little after that, Narsi himself came and he said to the lady, Mataji, I am in dire need right now. If you can give me this much of a loan for a couple of weeks, it will be a saving grace. The lady said, of course, why not? Narsi said, a few hours ago this man came and you outright refused to him. How come you have agreed to give me the loan so easily? The lady said, because he is untrustworthy while you are. Likewise, said Narsi Mehta, when God bestows His grace, He needs to know that we will utilize it properly, and hence He has got a condition on the basis of which He bestows the grace. So what is that condition? Let's take a look from my latest book, Spiritual Secrets from Hinduism. God's eternal law is very simple. Those who are Sharanagat, surrendered to God, receive His grace. All the scriptures from the Vedas to the Ramayana emphasize the principle of Sharanagati. Let us take a look. The Shvetashvatar Upanishad of the Krishna Yajurveda states, Yo Brahmanam Vidadhati Purvam, meaning we take shelter of that Supreme Being who created Brahma and others. By His grace, the soul and intellect get illumined. The Srimad Bhagavatam states in its 11th canto, Mamekmeva sharanam atmanam sarvadehinam yahi sarvatma bhavena yayasyahya kuto bhaya. O Uddhav, Shree Krishna is saying, giving up all forms of mundane social and religious conventions, simply surrender unto me, the Supreme Lord of all souls. Only then can you cross over this material ocean and become fearless. The Bhagavad Gita too says, Tameva sharanam gaccha sarva bhavena bharata tat prasadat param shantim sthanam prapsyasi shashvatam. 62nd verse of the 18th chapter. O Arjun, surrender to the Supreme Divine Personality, who will then bestow His divine grace upon you, and by virtue of His mercy, you will then attain unmitigated peace and the supreme abode. There's a very powerful verse in the Bhagavad Gita regarding the concept of surrender. This is the 14th verse of the 7th chapter. Shree Krishna starts off by saying, Daivi Hesha Gunamayi Mama Maya Duratyaya. Arjun, the material energy Maya is extremely difficult to overcome. Why? Mama Maya. It is my energy. It has as much of power as I do. If anybody can conquer Maya, it means they have conquered God, for they have overcome His Shakti. Now God is Ajit, undefeatable, and so also is His Maya. Biggest yogis, munis, rishis, tapasvis will fail before it. So Arjuna asked then, Maharaj, how will I be redeemed? Shree Krishna answered in the second line of the verse, Mameva ye prapadyante mayametan tarantite. Arjun, if you surrender unto me, I will then indicate to Maya, O Maya, this soul has become mine, release him. Maya says, when Maya Pati is instructing me, then naturally I must obey. Maya says, my job was just this much, to keep on troubling the soul until it gives itself at the lotus feet of God. Once that is done, my job is over. I release you from the cycle of life and death. So, all these scriptures are telling us that in order to receive the divine mercy, we will need to do Sharanagati. The soul says, my Lord, can it not be that I don't do Sharanagati and still you grace me? What do you mean? I mean, you are not tied by rules. Rules are for us unfortunate souls. Sri Krishna says, no, rules are for everyone. There are so many rules in this cosmos in accordance with which the celestial bodies are moving. If there's a little problem, they will all collide with each other. We have rules for the body. Don't eat beyond the limits or you'll fall sick. Don't eat less than the limits or you'll again fall sick. Don't sleep too much. Don't sleep too little. And so on and so forth. God says, I also have my rules. Karama pradhana vishva kari rakha, jo jas karai so tas phalu chakha. The rule says, as you sow, that shall you also reap. So God says, if without your Sharanagati, I were to grace you, it would create tremendous disorder in humankind. Why? Consider this example. A father had a paddy field and 2 young sons whom he engaged for cultivation when the need was excessive. He called them over one morning and said, this is the sowing season when a lot of hard work is required. Go and toil it out. The younger son sweated it in the sun from morning till night. When he returned, the father gleefully gave him 1,000 rupees and said, well done, my child, go and have a ball. The elder son did nothing. He kept lying in bed, abusing his father, drinking, smoking, etc. At night, if the father says, never mind, you are also my child. You may be bad, but I should be a good father. Here's 1,000 rupees, go enjoy yourself. Now you may say that this is an act of grace by the father, an act of kindness, but factually it will have the reverse effect. Why? It will break the faith of the other brother in hard work, loyalty and dedication. He will say, what kind of justice is this? I worked from morning till night and got $1,000. My brother did nothing. He was given the same remuneration. If this is the respect my father has for dedication, in that case, tomorrow I will also not work. I'll lie around, smoke, drink, say what I like. I'll get the 1,000 rupees in any case. Likewise, God says that if without your Sharanagati, I bestow my grace upon you, all the saints will complain, Maharaj, what is this? We strived so hard for so many lifetimes. Janmantara sahasreshu tapo dhyana samadhive naranam kshina papanam krishne bhakte prajayate. And then we became recipients of your mercy. You have bestowed your mercy in free fund on this soul. Then what was the meaning of our surrender? So God says, I will never violate my law. You want my grace? Yes, Shree Krishna. Surrender yourself then. No, Shree Krishna, I don't want your grace. Don't surrender. Shree Krishna, I want your grace, but I don't want to surrender. Shree Krishna says this, Gapad Shapad will not do. Only when you do that act of surrender will you receive your cherished grace. So we have reached a station in this journey in the spiritual secrets from Hinduism. We need to surrender. We will now understand what is the meaning of surrender as we proceed in this series.